The word of today is suspense. Suspense, I've kind of given that advice when it comes to gaming when I've discussed horror and how difficult that can be as a genre. I think the word was scary when we tackled that. There's another kind of suspense when you're an avid gamer, and that is waiting for a new edition or a new game to come out and wondering whether it's fixed the problems, created new ones, whether it has tried to erase or demonize the past of gaming, whether it has some kind of tiresomely overt political agenda or whatever else it might be. I'm kind of on tenterhooks waiting for the new Cyberpunk. I think the quick start version people are able to get at Gen Con. I would never buy that. I will wait for the full version and I'll wait for people to report back. 2020 was really good. I started with 2013, it had problems. 2020 was good. Cyberpunk 3rd edition was fucking terrible. I mean, there were some interesting, if failed, design choices in terms of game and in terms of setting and in terms of illustrations and so on. But hopefully Cyberpunk Red, Cyberpunk 2077, hopefully that has kind of gone back to the roots. But I do worry because there's this one aspect of Cyberpunk that keeps coming up in the kind of pseudo-gamer critical kind of approach to games, and that is humanity and the modifications to people's bodies resulting in a loss of humanity, or more accurately really a loss of empathy, loss of ability to emote, to relate to others. And because it's 2019, because it's current year, people are taking that to be somehow transphobic or bigoted in some way, the idea that changing your body makes you less relatable. I think you could add more depth to a humanity system, but the idea that something key to the genre, that blurring between man and machine, that alienation that technology can bring, or body modification can bring, it's kind of core to the genre, that question. If you get rid of that, can it really still be called cyberpunk, or is it then transhumanism? You suffer no similar kind of loss or effect playing Eclipse Phase, for example, and that's transhuman rather than cyberpunk. So I guess I'm on tenterhooks as to whether Mike Pondsmith or CD Projekt Red are going to bow at all to this kind of ludicrous idea, which I've seen repeated by people in the industry. A certain person, Modifius, for example, who will remain nameless at least for now, calling it transphobic. So for me, the greatest suspense that I ever feel in the hobby is waiting for the new edition, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and waiting to see whether they've ruined or colonized or gentrified another game rather than making their own shit.